best locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12, and conference implications are aplenty. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the California Golden Bears, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buffaloes will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So Cal's offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Golden Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. They just keep firing. Finds his man. It's James.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. Makes a man miss. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Hits the accelerator to the right. Past the 10, and he's going to score on the... Touchdown, Buffaloes! Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Going right to work up top. Got it in the middle, it's James. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Cal! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. He can find the end zone. Now 60 career touchdown catches.
I mean, that is just silly that this guy is always finding ways to get in the end zone. Like, you know they want to take him away. He is the focal point. 60 touchdowns, you know they're going to throw it to him. Palmer keeps making plays.
And David threw.
And he pumps it up inside the 20. Corralled by the kicking team.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job with ball security.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Golden Bears want to crank the tempo.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Here comes the heat. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Might be looking to run. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They want to throw it. He's going for the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Buffalo's offense will get the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Buys a little time. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. To throw, it's Dampier. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Buffaloes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll leave it with him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. The early scripts have work trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got a man. It's James. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Cal! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Flips it out on the screen. Brings it to the open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Unleashes one. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Golden Bears. The defense takes matters into its own hands. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats.
28, Colorado, 7.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Fires to the wideout. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better...
Turning it on. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 21 over Minnesota. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
On the direct snap, it's Gibson. Oh, he's got a chance. Wide open spaces. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. The Buffaloes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll take a deep shot here. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same.
Touchdown, Golden Bears! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Makes the quick grab. Shakes off the defender. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
That's it, fly. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And the Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Quickly complete. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has his offense on the move. And the Buffaloes are on the move. From the gun, the ground game. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Finding open areas. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
To the ground with the back. Spins away from the defense. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. A final. Down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Buffaloes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Snow. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Floats it out in space. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with... yardage there. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Set to advance on the football.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hunter. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
First down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. He spins that thing down the middle. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Fire into the right, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. The Buffaloes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Now on second down. Power football with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Makes the grab. It's Moore. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Buffaloes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Golden Bears come to the line in the hurry-up.
Most every defense is worried about the big play, giving up the big play to the wide receivers down the field. That's why I think it's important to milk these tight ends on these short routes, to keep the sticks moving, to stay ahead of the chains, just to keep my offense in rhythm.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Golden Bears will try to convert on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
No doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working on the right. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Bears getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's got it on the run. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The give to the back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Golden Bears pounded the rock. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cal! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. To the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. New set of downs after the completion. keeping it on the ground with the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. It'll be third and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Buffaloes will punt this one away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He wants to change this route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass taking a shot. Second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And the Golden Bears will hustle to the line. They'll go to the air on second and short. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Golden Bears have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice game. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And the Golden Bears with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the back. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So we open the final period with a third down play. The offense changing the play. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Lewis to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this.
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Buffaloes line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Might be calling a hot route. They get to him as he throws. Complete downfield. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Golden Bears headed quickly to the line. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Wants to throw again. And they can't make the play on 3rd.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here.
With the catch, it's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is good.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it at the 20. He's brought down, but this freshman is not afraid to take a shot.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can...
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Looking for more room. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Golden Bears. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Tough to beat Maction, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Ohio is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Peden Stadium, but the Bobcats have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 4 over Ball State. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Didn't pick up. There, moved it forward just a few. They'll line up for a second down play. The play action fake. Rush is on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And how about the complementary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
Pressure coming. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. From midfield, looking for room. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. The option look. He'll toss it. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Johnson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Still looking on the move. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Golden Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He fires one deep down the right side. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Lewis wants to pass. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Even after that penalty, the defense can still get after them on a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Finds a little space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The handoff to Johnson. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They're still firing away even with this lead. Finds a man on the left. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield,